Hello, May class, and welcome to your next wider curriculum lesson. In the previous lesson, we were researching some Roman cities and their names and the interesting facts. And then we were also looking at how the names have changed for our modern day England. And we were also looking at some of the important things that were still left in the cities from the Romans. In today's lesson, we are going to be researching some key facts about the city of Bath. In our first lesson this week, we discussed that Bath was obviously in Somerset, and it has the big Roman bath that we had previously explored using Google Maps. Right, so we're going to have a look at Bath itself. I have got this in my Google Earth, and we are going to look a little bit more at Bath in Somerset. So let me share that page with you. Is it working? Yes. Okay, so this is the city of Bath. And if we zoom out a little bit, we can see some of the things that we have researched. So we looked at Bath Abbey, we looked at the Roman baths that are there. We can see we've got Bathwick over here. There's a fashion museum there, the Jane Austen Centre, the Museum of Bath at work. But I'm going to have a look at Bath Abbey. So let's go into the centre by pulling that there. And we've actually gone into the Bath Abbey, and we can have a look and we can research some of the things that may be important when we are looking at Bath. So that is Bath Abbey. If we want to look at and we are going to actually look at this is something that will be important, looking at Sally Lunn's historical eating house and museum. I can tell you that we are going to mention that a little bit later. The Roman baths are what we looked at obviously previously, looking at the therma, the well-preserved therma in the city of Bath, and it was constructed during the Roman times, and we can have a look around the baths and what they look like. That's obviously just different pictures that people have taken of the baths themselves. So take a bit of time to explore Bath, the city. You can take a walk around. So maybe you want to walk along the streets, have a look at the buildings using Google Maps, just to show you a little bit more about it. So you can use this template as an example to help with your subheadings, but you are going to be researching Bath, the city itself, and finding out information. Remember that when you are doing this work, you need to lay out your work neatly and tidily. I want you to be using the subheadings and making sure that you are including full sentences. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 6 subheadings that I would like you to include in your information about Bath in Somerset. So you're looking at the location. So where is it? Look up the Roman name and the meaning of it, famous places within Bath, fun facts that you may want to include in this, and famous foods. And we will be speaking more about each one of these, but you are obviously creating a fact file or a fact sheet of information about these. I would suggest that when you're laying them out, you don't necessarily have to do it as a table. You could create a subheading, then write a short paragraph about it underneath, leave a line, create the next subheading, information, leave a line, the next subheading, and so on. So this information should then help you with the information that you need for your fact file. So where is Bath located? Bath is a city that is located in the county of Somerset, and the country it's in is obviously England. And Bath is in the valley of the River Avon, and very close to a city called Bristol. So that would be into your discussion about Bath and where it is found. Right, it says population, so I want you to research, pause now, and see if you can research the current population in Bath. So what you can do is go back to your Google. I'm going to put Google in here, and we're going to write population in Bath, UK, and you can research that, and it should come up with a population for you. So you would remember to write a full sentence. So the current population in Bath is, and then you would share that. Right. A fun fact that you could include is that Bath has its own currency. If you visit Bath, you can exchange your own money for the city's own currency, which goes by the name Oliver and which is used as a discount voucher. So you can see they've got 1 Oliver or 10 Olivers there. See if you can find any other fun facts about the city of Bath. Right, the planet Uranus was discovered in Bath. In 1781, the famous German astronomer William Herschel was at his home when he made an amazing discovery. He detected the presence of Uranus, the 7th planet from the sun, in the night sky. His home in the city is now the site of the Herschel Museum of Astronomy. So while you're looking on Google Maps, maybe you wanted to take a wander over to the Herschel Museum of Astronomy and see what it looked like. Famous foods. Now, this is what I mentioned briefly in the beginning of our lesson when we were looking at the Google view of it, is you've got Sally Lunn's museum there near the Bath Abbey and near the Roman baths. So Bath buns. The Bath bun is a sweet roll made from a milk-based yeast dough with crushed sugar sprinkled on top after baking. Variations in ingredients can include enclosing a lump of sugar in the bun or added candied fruit, peel, currants, raisins, or sultanas. And these are called Sally Lunn's buns. So that's a famous food that you can find in Bath. Obviously, sorry. This is Sally Lunn's buns. This is obviously something else. Sorry, I got a bit confused. So these are Bath buns, and these are the variations that include that could include a lump of sugar or candied fruit, currants, raisins, or sultanas, and they look a lot like that. And they're obviously a sweet roll made from a milk-based yeast dough with crushed sugar sprinkled on top. You can also get Sally Lunn's buns, and now this is what I was referring to earlier. And a Sally Lunn is a large bun or tea cake made from yeast dough and includes cream and eggs and is similar to the sweet brioche breads of France. It's served warm and sliced with butter on it, and it was first recorded in 1780 in the spa town of Bath in southwest England. And that, if we look back at our Google Maps, I'm going to go back. Hopefully we can see Google Map if it loads quickly. Okay, and if we put in there it is right there, Sally Lunn's Historic Eating House and Museum, and we could find out a little bit more information about Sally Lunn. It says it's the Bath's oldest house. It's the home of Sally Lunn's bun, which is a semi-sweet bread, and it's obviously in the tea room. So we can have a look at some pictures there of what it looks like, what the tea room looks like, what the buns look like. So that is really interesting. So you could maybe include a little bit of information about Sally Lunn's buns. Some famous places that can be found in Bath are obviously Bath Abbey, the Roman baths. Then we've got Jane Austen Centre, Pulteney Bridge, the circus, Sally Lunn's house. So these are famous places that you can find in Bath. There's some pictures of them. So, as mentioned previously, your task is going to be to create an information sheet or a fact sheet about Bath in Somerset. You can use this layout, but you can also do it the same way that I have discussed with you, of having your subheadings and your facts underneath in neat paragraphs. Don't forget to share your work with us on Tapestry. Please make sure that it is uploaded onto Tapestry by 4 o'clock this afternoon.